Joe Hopkins here, and I'm going to tell you something controversial. You don't have to be good at music to make music. And I sincerely mean that, especially if you're thinking of getting into recording, or you've ever thought of recording yourself, but you think you're not that good. Because there are a lot of channels about music theory on YouTube and how to get better at instruments and tutorials and how to mix and how to produce and how to do all these things. And a lot of it can be a bit daunting. But the truth is, nothing makes you better like doing it. Don't wait till you're good at it. Don't watch all the videos. Don't get intimidated. You don't need to know music theory that much in order to write a song and record it. Or even record a song that you learned, somebody else's song. You don't need to know that much, right? And you will get better by doing. And I sincerely mean that. When my wife and I actually bought an interface and a microphone and the whole thing and started recording ourselves, I thought I was a fairly good musician, right? At least fairly proficient. I played in bands, I'd played live, I'd done all that kind of stuff. I've been playing music my whole life, various instruments. And I thought, wow, I'm ready, right? And then I started recording myself. And what happens when you record yourself is you get to hear where it needs improvement. And your timing gets better because you're recording to a click track or a percussion track. And you start to really notice how your timing, you might be fine playing with the guys in your band, but the metronome, the click track is a merciless master. And you'll find out how much your timing really needs. But here's the thing, you do get better at it. And you get better at it a lot quicker than you'd think. And you get better at other things too. Because you play and then you listen to yourself, you start to see where you need improvement. Kind of like you would if you were teaching somebody. You can hear the mistakes they're making. You can't always hear your own mistakes. But when you record it and listen back, you do. And that's a good thing, because you'll get better. You'll get a lot better. And even if you don't, it's fun. It's fun to record yourself. It's fun to put it out there, to share it with family and friends, to see what they think. My brother started recording himself. He writes songs on the guitar, and he started recording himself, and I really like his songs. They're rather recorded rather simply, and that's fine. It's just, he plays guitar and he puts a drum track on it and sings. But he's got a nice voice, and they're good songs. I like them. I think they're good. I think my stuff is good. Not everybody agrees. Everybody has their own taste, but I like my songs. And that's the other thing you get to do. When you record yourself, you can make the songs the way you want them to hear. You can record the songs you want to hear. And then you get to be your biggest fan, right? That's what my wife does. She likes to record the songs she always wanted to hear so that she can listen to them. But you don't have to be that good. And the thing is, you'll get better with time. The other thing is, a lot of the things, if you've been watching YouTube channels on music theory and production and how to put things together and how to layer tracks, a lot of it doesn't make sense until you start doing it. And once you start doing it, a lot of times it clicks, like, oh, okay, I get this now. I get why they said to do it this way. I get why they said to layer it that way or to mix it a particular way. It starts to make more sense to you because you're doing. So don't wait. Record while you have the inspiration to. Whenever you get inspired to. Buy the stuff to record. It's pretty simple. You can buy it in a kit. They sell different kits. I bought the PreSonus audio box, right? So comes with it's back here, interface. Can't show it to you. I'm recording with it. Comes with a microphone right there. Yeah. Pretty decent mic. Pair of headphones. Right? And they got software. And the thing with the software, if you get a DAW, that's a digital audio workstation, that's your basic recording software, like Studio One back here. There are a lot of them. There's Pro Tools, there's Reaper, there's all kinds of other recording software out there. And there's plenty of it's free. PreSonus, I think, has a free version that doesn't come with any plugins, and there are a lot of free plugins, so you can do it all for free. I would advise buying the basic level software from somebody that comes with a number of stock plugins. And the truth is, you don't need all the plugins, right? Mostly you need a compressor, you need an EQ, and like reverb, delay. That's about it. And if you want a drum track and you're not a drummer, right, there's plenty of free drum software out there. I know a lot of people talk, I hear a lot of people on YouTube put down the quantized digital drums. I don't have the room to set up a drum kit. I'm a fairly okay drummer, you know, but I don't have the room to set one up. I certainly don't have the money to buy all the equipment to properly record a drum mic and record a drum kit. And if you're not a drummer, that's kind of a skill set that's hard to master. And the good thing about digital instruments, whatever instrument you play, if it's guitar, if it's bass, drums, piano, whatever it is, learn just a little bit of keyboard. I have my keyboard here, right? I keep it covered so it gets dusty back here. I learned a little bit of keyboard, and the reason why is with MIDI you have access to every instrument in the world. So if you're waiting, you don't want to record yourself because you're not good at drums and you can't really put bass to something, they have every digital instrument in the world, right? They have drums, they have bass emulators, guitar emulators, every keyboarded instrument you'd want, every synth, whole orchestral arrangements. And you don't have to be super good at this, by the way. With MIDI, if you just learn the white keys, if you can play it in C, you can move it to whatever other key you want. It's pretty much that simple. But or you can just program MIDI without the keyboard, right? It's easier just if you can play it. If you can't, you can program it. And it's not hard. It's not hard to figure out. And it's a lot of fun. Learning it's a lot of fun. So start recording yourself, right? You don't have to spend a lot of money. Hey, an interface and a microphone, and you'd probably want a pair of headphones, right, to get started. That's all you really need. A couple of plugins, digital instrument or two, and a lot of that stuff's free. Same thing with the guitar. If you're thinking, man, I play electric guitar and I can't mic an amp, they have amp simulators, and they have lots of good ones that are free, right? PreSonus, their Studio One software comes with Ampire, but there are plenty of others, ones that are free or really cheap. Audio Assault has some pretty inexpensive, very good ones. I think what is it? The STL Tones. I think it's called Emissary. Their Emissary amp sim is, I believe, still free. Just look up Emissary amp on Google. If I can find a link, I'll put it down here. It's pretty good. Actually, it's more than pretty good. It's fucking excellent. But and there are others. There are a lot of others. I can't think of all of them at the moment. I'd have to go on my computer and look. I got a whole list of amp sims, and they're all really good. But it's inexpensive. You can, for $200 or less, start recording yourself, and you can have a lot of fun with it. And maybe you won't be a big YouTube star. Maybe you won't be the top streamed on Spotify someday. But it's fun. And it leaves a mark out there. You're putting something out there because once you record it, you can release it. You can put it here, YouTube. I'm on the YouTube. You're watching YouTube. It's easy to start a YouTube channel and just put it out there, and then you can share it with people. Even if you're not sharing it with the world, you can share it with family and friends. So listen, man, you guys, get out there. Don't wait to get good at music to play music. Don't wait to get good at music to record music. Record yourself. See how you sound. You might be better than you think, right? You might record yourself and really, really like it. Who knows? You might be able to get some people to work with you too. Hey, maybe you got a friend who's a really good singer. Man, you can play the part, have them sing it. Maybe you got a friend that's a great bass player. Maybe you just want to get together with your buddies in your home studio, drink some beer, screw around, and record some stuff just for fun. Because it is fun. Even if at the end of the day it sucks, you're not paying for studio time. It's your studio. You can spend as much or as little time in it as you want. So start recording yourself. Start having fun. I always encourage everybody, get into music. Learn an instrument, start recording, right? And if you don't play an instrument, that's all right, man. You get a keyboard like the one I got here, you could just start fiddling around with it and picking out tunes. It's not hard. Keyboards are this one. It's one of them M Audio 88 key keyboards. Even that wasn't a lot of money, but you can get keyboards for under $100, or find one used. If it has a MIDI plug, you can plug it into your interface, and you have access to every digital instrument in the world. You can try all kinds of different sounds, see what you think. You don't have to even be able to play an instrument to figure that out. And if you really suck really bad, you can always then quantize it, which means it automatically puts everything where it should be. You can move stuff around with the mouse after you record. But get out there and record yourselves. Have fun doing it. Share your music with the world. It's good for you. It's good for everybody. It's good for the world to have more music, right? That's the truth. And hey, if you record yourself, send me a link. Shoot me a link to that. I'd love to check that out, all right? I love you guys. Peace out. Bye-bye.